Hey guys, SUV man here. You're looking at my dad's new toy. He bought it to pull behind our motorhome. It's a 1999 Jeep Wrangler SE. Unfortunately, it's not an inline six. It's just a 4-cylinder, but it does have a manual transmission. Just picked her up a couple days ago. Lots of fun. It's in pretty good shape. Not a whole lot of rust. There's a spot of surface rust right here and some forming right here and right down here, but it's just surface rust. And there's also some right down here. And also there's some right under here, hidden by the hood. And I think there's one forming right there. But you know what? Rust ain't uncommon here in Minnesota. Not with the amount of salt we use in the winter. I mean, they don't call the upper Midwest the Rust Belt for nothing now, don't you know? Here's the doors. They're full doors with crank windows and manual locks, which is pretty much all they need. The new ones, I think they offer power windows and power locks, but correct me if I'm wrong, but with these things, crank windows and manual locks are pretty much all you need. Although, personally, I much rather prefer half doors with upper door skins. They work better. It goes better with a soft top. And here it is right here. I put this on by myself. It really wasn't that hard. And it was my first time. There's the hard top right down there. Now, I tried to get that thing off myself, and I learned very quickly that it's a two-person job. I had to ask a neighbor for help. Guess that's what I get for being a noob. Alright, let's show off the engine, shall we? The hood. Take off these latches. Oh man, this is hot. Oh. Oh, that hood is hot. And then again, it was sitting in the sun, and the vehicle is black, so that'll do it. Here's the engine. It's 2.5 liter AMC 4-cylinder. Not the 4 liter inline 6, unfortunately. Still a pretty good engine nonetheless. Unfortunately, it doesn't have air conditioning and it doesn't have cruise control. But it does have proper silicone clutch fan driven by the belt. Beats the hell out of having an electric fan, which has a motor that you have to replace over time. Belt-driven fans just work. There's no motor you have to replace. They just work. I'll take reliability over efficiency any day. Alright. Oh, also, I almost forgot. These are the pouches for the side windows for the soft top. You just roll them up and put them in these pouches. And no, this is not where I normally put them. I put them, they're usually down there under the soft top behind the back seat. I just put them here so I could show them. That's so I can show them. All right. Yeah, see, no cruise control and no air conditioning. It's got a shitty aftermarket CD player. I prefer stock myself. But we can track down a stock radio for this thing with no problem. Even upgraded with an aux input for an iPod. Alright. It's got 135,608 miles, which is really not bad considering the age of this thing. And the all-important manual transmission, which in my opinion is proper for a Jeep. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind a Jeep with an automatic. I just prefer a manual in a Jeep. They're funner. Alright, let's start her up. Training in neutral, clutch pedal pressed, and here we go. Starts right up, runs strong. And because it's a 4-cylinder, it's kind of noisy. But then again, Jeep Wranglers are never really quiet. They are comfortable, but not really quiet. Not even the 6-cylinders. Although 6-cylinder Wranglers are nowhere near as noisy as a 4-cylinder Wrangler like this one, but it's not that bad. 4-cylinders were just inherently noisy in this era back in the 90s and early 2000s. And before, and even before the 90s, of course. But it's not bad. The exhaust at the tailpipe is actually pretty quiet. Not too horribly loud. It's the original exhaust, too. And here's how noisy it is with it running up front. It's not that bad. Alright, let's shut her down. But you know, it really doesn't matter how noisy these things are. They're fun. Jeep Wranglers are fun vehicles, especially driving them like this, with the top down and the doors off. It's pretty close to a motorcycle. I'd say the closest thing to a motorcycle. And don't say it's the same thing for any other convertible. It's not. Because unlike a convertible, on a Jeep Wrangler you can remove the doors. You can't do that on a regular convertible, but on a Wrangler you can, as you probably know. And depending on the state, as you know, you can drive these things on the road without the doors. I'm not sure which states it's legal or illegal, but I know it's legal here in Minnesota. I see people do it a lot in these things, and I also see these people towing these things behind their motorhomes quite a bit. It's actually pretty common. It's basically the perfect toad. That's what they call them. And that's why we bought this thing, to pull behind our motorhome. And because Dad got one of these, I'm quite jealous. I know, so therefore I've decided to get one myself. I know some of you heard that I want to get a Dodge Ram. Well, I still do. I've just put it off until later on. I decided to get one of these first, but a dark green 2002 or older Sahara with a soft top and half doors. No hard top and no half doors. I've learned to hate hard tops because they're a pain. I don't really care for half doors. I mean full doors either. I mean they're heavy. Not to mention cumbersome. Half doors are and besides, half doors are better suited for soft tops. And I also want to get a dark green 2002 or older Sahara, not only with a stick shift, but with air conditioning and cruise control as well. And finding one with a 6-cylinder should be no problem, because that was the standard engine on the Sahara. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See ya.